Hey, welcome back, Barbarians, to another video. Today, I just want to be taking a look at this week's 100k Nightfall. As you can see here, my loadout, nothing too crazy as far as mods and specs. This week's Nightfall does have barrier mods and overload, or barrier champions and overload champions. Very easy, nothing too crazy, and everyone can get 100k and get the Pinnacle this week without a doubt. So we're going to just walk through it a little bit. There are some nuances to this Nightfall, but all in all, I would say this is one of the easier ones, even when it gets to the Grandmaster difficulty. This is still going to be one of the easier Nightfalls in order to get a high score. So starting off here, unlike most Nightfalls, this zone here alone actually has 1.5 times multiplier, so you can get points out here if you want to. You just have to be cautious of the score. Now, as far as the 1320 level, your score doesn't start decreasing until 20 minutes. And because it's a shorter strike, you actually have plenty of time. There is one overload champion, as you can see outside, so you make sure you kill him if you want to go for platinum. And then we stay and kill a few of the enemies around because there's really no reason not to. You will get plenty of... I think we ended up with like 150,000 score, and this is at the 1320 difficulty. So starting off just with the mods you want to be running, overload, in my opinion, the best one is a bow. It's guaranteed to stun them on the first shot. You can ramp up an auto rifle and also stun an overload champion this season as well. I just think this is, or SMG, sorry. I just think that's the better option. As far as anti-barrier, there is auto rifles this season, and then my go-to, if I have to use an auto rifle, I will. I just don't find them that useful. So I'm running Ariana's Vow here, which has always been my go-to for anti-barrier rounds. I do apologize, by the way, for the see-through. As my weapons, no one's showing up. I don't know why the game does that sometimes, but if you do know, let me know in the comments. I'm very curious. Barrier champion easily taken down. I would run concussive dampener in this one. There is a lot of splash damage from enemies at all phases throughout the strike, so that's something to keep in mind. Now, my build isn't... I'm just running a bow, Ariana's Vow, and Adept Reed's Regret. I will say my heavy could have been a better choice. It could have been something arc. That would have made, you know, just a lot more sense with all the arc shields that are in this. There's a lot of solar and arc shields. There's the only void in this Nightfall are at the end, at the boss. So you want one person to have one weapon with void, but other than that, you really just want solar and arc for the wizards, which have solar, and the captains, which have the arc shields, as you can see in front of me. You can just see some general gameplay here. Now, this strike, of course, is from D1, so I've played it a ton as a strike, as a Nightfall. Have a lot of experience with the layout of the environment, if you will. Now, before you start the 3 different levels here, there is, I should say, another overload champion off to the right, as you can see here in a second. You can see him teleporting there. We want to make sure I'm pretty sure I saved my teammate here from him. And you can put additional mods. Some of the well mods work great for this kind of enemy density, especially once you start hacking this thing and actually start the sequence in terms of the different waves of enemies coming out. Having a solar weapon, either a kinetic or an energy, is very, very helpful, whether it's Ariana's, Sunshot, whatever it may be, because there's a lot of shanks that have solar shields, and it's really nice to pop the wizard shields as well, because they can really cause some trouble quite easily. My teammate does pop a tether there, but as you can see, taking additional damage while he's in the air, he is not going to be able to sustain that. So the only other thing I want to point out here, and then I'm going to kind of skip ahead actually in the video and let you guys watch it, is we decided to hide or fight here in this back corner. I knew going into it this wasn't an optimal spot. I do die here once. The optimal spot is off to the left, like right over there where I'm aiming now, way back in there. You can just get really good cover, and you can pick off ads as you choose to. And if you have one player running a well or a bubble, it acts as a really good defensive super in order to protect your whole fire team. So I'm going to let the video play out here of us finishing these clears. I do make a few jump cuts in this video just to speed it up. It was a little long. It was about 17 minutes, so that's just a little too long in my opinion. But you get the gist of the area. You know, take the opportunity to claim ammo before the next wave comes up. But yeah, I'll skip ahead and talk about the next phase of the tank. Alright, so the next major encounter, and there is between that last one and this one more champion you need to kill. And this tank you can certainly decimate from far away. There are two, I call them mechs, brigs, I think they're called. One on the right and one on the left. You do have to make sure you take those out. And as far as champion density, I know there's at least two here. There might be more. There's an overload here. Yeah, don't quote me on that, on the number of champions. And I certainly do end up wasting my super on this section. But really, even though it's easy to get caught up in the ads, because they really don't go past kind of halfway there on the map, if that makes sense. But you know, if you have a bow, a sniper, whatever you may be carrying, long distance scout rifle, just use that to your advantage. Slowly take away the smaller enemies, like I am here. Those red bars, just to make sure you're safe. And they get really annoying. You know, if you can take them out easily, you might as well. My teammates there doing plenty of damage to the tank to make sure that goes down in adequate time. And there are additional enemies that come and spawn in the middle crater there as well. Now I'm kind of struggling with that captain on the left just because I don't have... I mean, I have arc, but it's my grenade. And I don't really want to go Titan smash over there or waste my super. So playing it a little bit perhaps slower than I need to. My teammate tethers. I was convinced the champion spawned there, so I supered. Didn't really do anything. I think I spawned a couple of orbs. My teammate goes down, and that's... Oh, both my teammates go down. So that's really it for here. And we have no communication, by the way. We're just... This is the 1320. We're just running. 1350. I would say, of course, you're easily going to get 100k in there. I would even go as far as saying you could get 100k in the match-made one, which I believe is 1290, question mark. No, I don't remember that light level one, but just with the amount of stuff there is to kill, especially in the boss room, and we kind of killed the boss fast, so we didn't get the opportunity to fight as many or kill as many ads as we could have, therefore increasing our score. And again, I'm going to let the video play out here of this encounter, but we'll skip ahead to the boss fight. Alright, so you made it to the boss fight right after the tank. Here, what slowed us down is I don't think we were really well equipped with arc, so the amount of arc shield captains just were annoying. And then the addition, I don't think any of us, or one person might have had void, but he wasn't super keen on taking out the mini servitor shields that surround the boss. This is the room you wanna be in. You just want to be careful. Sometimes stuff comes up the stairs, like right behind you, and then sometimes the captains do venture in here. I have seen it where the invisible guys, as you can see, come in. Some people do fight this battle from down below, kind of right below where I'm shooting. You can go down there as a team and you know just stick together and play that way as well. I just prefer this room. Provides a lot of cover, and you can just peek shoot, do some damage, and really play at your own cadence. You don't feel rushed or anything, which is really nice. And then just needing to retrieve ammo when you need to. One of our teammates is running a invis hunter, so he just goes invis, goes out, grabs some ammo. I almost popped my super on that captain, just thinking he was going to be a threat, but it was no big deal. As you can see here, our score is already almost at 140. There it is, 140,000. And The boss still has a third of his health left. Plenty of ads around. And again, we don't kill him. I end up popping my super here at the end, just to get it over with, just because I want to be done with it. I'm not going to get anything for getting a higher score from here on out, so just want to finish up the Nightfall as fast as possible. But I'll let the rest of the video play out. If this does help you guys, feel free to drop a like on the video. I will be doing some more of these kind of suggestions, not so much guides. I would see them as suggestion videos for performing better in certain activities. So yeah, stay tuned for those. I'll see you guys next time.